New age plug, you did it again. You already know what it is. Today we're talking about this Port Charlotte teen that just drilled his mother a year after drilling his dad. So first, this kid was living with his father in Oklahoma. Ends up shooting his father, claiming self-defense, and he got away with it. Later on, he ends up saying that he actually did it, and a year later, he kills his mother. Now, to me, there were so many signs and so many warnings, so many times DCF was called, that this could have been prevented. He even told authorities that he was going to do what he did. That's what makes this whole thing crazy. So let's get into what Grady Judge says, and then we're going to come right back into it.
A cold-blooded murder of a 39-year-old mother by her 17-year-old son. And it's not just a singular murder, but as we got into the investigation, we found that about a year and a half, maybe a year and 8 months, 9 months earlier, he murdered his father in Oklahoma. So Colin Griffith, who's 17 years of age. February 14th, 2023, on Valentine's Day, in Lincoln County, Oklahoma, Colin said that his dad pulled a knife on him, and he shot and killed his dad. That's right. His father was named Charles. He shot him once in the chest and once in the head, and he claimed self-defense. Investigations charged Colin with murder in the first degree. They dropped the charges less than a month later. They said they could not disprove Colin's assertion of self-defense. He came to Charlotte County, Florida, to live with his mother. And when he came to live with his mother, Catherine Griffith, who was 39, you would think things would be better. He would be really, really lucky that, hey, this was a self-defense and I'm here with mom. But 6 months later, guess what happened? He's Baker acted. So it's September, and as he's getting out of the original Baker Act, he makes a statement that, well, I'll kill myself, or I'll kill my mother by shooting or stabbing her. Charlotte County re-Baker acts him the same exact day. They keep him 3 more days. Now we're 2 months later. This is November 2023. Colin then is arrested for domestic violence on his mother. And the reason he battered his mother is because she was disciplining him and took his video game privileges away. So he beat up his mother. He pushed her to the ground, and he stomped on her. The grandmother was there and witnessed this. Colin said it was self-defense. She made me do it. The grandmother said, no, no, no. Your mother did not provoke this at all. You simply were being disciplined and made to give up your game because of failure to carry out what you should, empty the garbage, wash the dishes, whatever they gave him to do. He claims self-defense when he stomped his mama, but he went to jail anyway. 3 months later, 12th of February in 2024, he has an argument with his mother, and he runs away from Charlotte County and comes back to Auburndale to his grandmother's house. Now, his grandmother's not there. And we got involved in this on the 12th of February, and the mother said, and the grandmother said, hey, we don't feel safe with him around. Up here as a missing persons reported in Charlotte County, turned him over to DCF. 2 days later, On the 14th of February, the anniversary of him killing his dad a year ago, he's reunited with his mother by DCF. Colin made the statement that I don't want to go home. I'll use any force necessary to avoid it, to include killing my mother. So that's the second time he threatened to kill his mother. 2 weeks later, in March 2024, they reunite Colin with his mother again. Everybody's calmed down. Now in May of 2024, Colin graduated from an alternative high school in Charlotte County and began attending community college. Now let's advance 4 months later to September the 6th. Colin has an argument about home chores, and he flees from his mother's house again and comes up to his grandmother's house. Grandmother's not there. She's in the Keys. So then mom lets the event calm down, and she tells her son, hey, you need to come home. And she asks him to come home and face his responsibility. Colin says, I'm not coming back home. That was September the 7th. So now we're to the fateful day on September 8th. Mom drives up here to Auburndale from Charlotte County. She arrives at 4 o'clock. At about 4:30, witnesses and neighbors see Colin and Mom arguing outside, and Colin grabs his mother by the hair and drags her into the house. Just about 2 hours later, that's when we receive a 911 call where Colin said, I've had a very, very long fight with Mom, and she fell on a knife and she's bleeding from the neck. Our investigation clearly and unequivocally shows that that circumstance did not occur like that. In fact, he used similar language to when he made the 911 call, 18 or 20 months earlier, when he shot and killed his father. It's important to understand, when you look at this, you see a kid. When I look at him, I see a psychopath.
So this kid is crazy. I mean, if you will kill your parents, you'll kill anybody in the world. The people that made you, the people that love you the most, and you're going to try to say self-defense like 4 or 5 times. But let's go back to the signs of a minor saying multiple times that he's going to kill his parents. Nobody's taking it seriously. Like, you already seen that he possibly has another body, and now he has 2 bodies. He literally drilled his parents because they told him to do chores and told him to get off the video game. He was 17 years old, bro. You're about to be a man. They were getting you ready for real life. Sounds like a privileged brat. I mean, they lived in the Hamptons in Port Charlotte. To me, this is just another case of a spoiled kid that got everything he wanted, and then when it gets to a certain age, the parents don't know how to handle it. Now, the neighbor down the road that witnessed this whole thing go down also released text messages between her and the victim. And RIP to both the victims, the mom and the dad from a year ago. And to me, it sounds like a mom that was just going through hard times with her kid in these text messages. Because at first she says, do not let him come. And then later on in the text message she says, please let Colin, if you see him, tell him to come home. He's on probation. She starts worrying like every other parent would do. But Colin himself was a psychopath killer. He was going to do this regardless. And let's say if he was with his grandmother, he would have killed his grandmother as well. As soon as she said, hey, Colin, take out the trash, he would have killed his grandmother too. That's what this kid is. And it's disgusting. I want to see what the trial's going to be. Obviously, they're not going to try him as a minor. And I don't know if they're actually recommending the death penalty or not. From what I've seen, they're not. The other case is still a self-defense case, and it got dropped. But Lincoln County, Oklahoma, they could pick it up. They could pick this back up because he's already admitted to it too. So he can actually get charged for his dad as well. So we'll keep you updated with this. New Age Plug, I am back. I will be doing Florida cases. We'll start with this one. You already know what it is. Make sure you sub to the YouTube Streets podcast as well. And I'm out. Appreciate you.